Hello everyone, welcome once again to another GDP growth related tutorial by Sladiscope. And in this part we are analyzing Africa GDP.csv dataset. In this dataset you can see on first axis or first column we have year, and we have value from 1960 to 2023, and here we have value of GDP for these different countries. The data set has been downloaded from this Kaggle URL, which shows GDP growth of African countries, and we are just doing it for educational purpose. We will try to compare GDP growth of various African countries. First, we will open Power BI for that. As the file is in CSV format, we will connect with the CSV connector. Now you can see the file has been connected, and we have values from Algeria, Benin, Botswana to Zimbabwe in Africa. And we will simply load the data set. The whole purpose is just to analyze, you know, how we can compare GDP growth of different countries, and similar type of data set of population is also available. In this case, every column represents a value. So how can we analyze this? What type of chart will be used here? So because it is a yearly data, so we will first of all use the line chart here, because line chart is the best way of analyzing this type of data. In the x-axis, you always have to put year, which is independent value. And in y-axis, for example, let's consider Zimbabwe first. So here you can see how GDP of Zimbabwe has performed over the years from 1960 to 2023. Here the title says sum of Zimbabwe by year. So we'll change the title later. This is GDP growth. Okay. We will change the title later because now suppose we have to bring another country here. So what we can do, let's say we bring Kenya. So just add this country in the axis, and you can see some of Kenya and some of Zimbabwe. So it is started low, but now at this moment Kenya has a better GDP than Zimbabwe as per the data set. Here you can rename your visuals. So you can rename, instead of sum of Zimbabwe, just write Zimbabwe. Here also, instead of sum of Kenya, you can write simply Kenya. Okay, and now your title will be there. So GDP of African countries. We will simply hit enter here. Title is something we are going to align in center. We will just change the color to any color of our choice. I will increase the font size so that it is visible properly. In the visual itself, you have x-axis and y-axis. So in x-axis, you can, you know, make it either as a continuous variable or a categorical variable. Since it is a year, it is a number, so it is date. So that's why we will simply make it like this. Here we have values, so we can make it bold and increase the font size so that years are visible properly. Similarly, title is visible here, so we'll just leave the title as it is. In y-axis also, we will increase the font size of values, change its color and text so that we have a better graph. In legend, you can see we have a position. Position is good, but we will just increase the text size and make it bold. Markers are disabled. We can enable the markers so that we can see every value point here. Grid lines are horizontal and dotted, so you can change its color to see the grid lines more easily. Vertical grid lines are also on. We will just change the color so that vertical grid lines are also visible, so that we can view the points. Anytime you will take your mouse over to any particular line here, you will see the values. You can see the values there. The values have obviously are very large values. These are GDP of countries, so we can select million for them. So now we can see in short. Now since we have changed those values, if you want to show, you just click like this. So now you will be able to see the values in million. Obviously on tooltip it is displayed as different value. Currently Power BI is automatically changing the line colors. If you want to select any particular color, so you can go here and select. So you can apply to all. So for example, for Kenya, you want to select a different color. Let's say this color. For Zimbabwe, we want to select red color. Very close. So let's select, yeah. We can similarly include other countries also. For example, South Africa. Let's see, where is it? I hope South Africa is larger than these, obviously. So here you can see we have South Africa here, and in the same way you can include countries like Nigeria. You can see at one time Nigeria was ahead of South Africa. So we'll rename it like this. Again, I'm just quoting this once again that all this data here is as per the Kaggle dataset we have downloaded. We have not confirmed its correctness, but as per the dataset, this is a simple way of calculating GDP or finding out the relationship between GDP of different countries as per year. This was a simple and short video for beginners. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel.